LS11 Universe, it's Xander, and welcome back to WWE 2K22 Universe Mode. Welcome back to Friday Night SmackDown. We are here about the halfway point of this month on the road to Cyber Sunday, and we are kicking off with, as of the time of recording this, the man who is leading the polls to challenge Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Next weekend, the Olympian Chad Gable making his way to the ring. Chad Gable tonight takes on a former champion in the LS11 Universe, looking to get himself a bit warmed up, the same way we saw Braun Steiner get warmed up last week in that tag team matchup where he teamed up with Seth Rollins. And I said he is taking on a former champion, a former hardcore champion, Jinder Mahal, a man who my feelings are very well known on. The man who will challenge Carnold for the ARW World Championship in just under 2 months' time at the first LSWF show, Bayside Beatdown. Jinder Mahal making his way to the ring tonight. I mean, that is as much as I can say on him. The guy has a record that speaks for itself. 3 wins and over 50 losses. More losses than anyone else on the entire channel, in fact. Even the ultimate jobber from ARW, Glass Joe, didn't lose as much as this guy. The day Jinder Mahal hits 100 losses, we're going to celebrate. I'm not even kidding. We might do like a live stream where I throw a party or something. Well, we'll see. That's a long way away. That's at least another year away if he lost every week, once a week. So Jinder Mahal makes his way to the ring. He goes one-on-one with Chad Gable here on Friday Night SmackDown in the Opening Contest. Now, I joke about Jinder a lot, but in all honesty, I'm actually a fan of Jinder. But in all honesty, he is not terrible in the ring. He has an intimidating size. He has a presence about him as he throws a punch to the face of Gable, grabs onto him now, and Jinder throws him over the top rope. Jinder Mahal, no, Gable with a right hook. And now Chad Gable goes up to the top rope. And Hurricane Rana to Jinder Mahal off the top. There's a kick to the head. Gable getting Jinder back up to his feet, and Chad Gable kicks him in the ribs. There's a chop. Gable fires away, kick to the ribs again. Gable grabs onto Jinder, throws him off the ropes. Gable, hip toss, takes him down. Went for an elbow strike, Jinder out of the way. And now Jinder Mahal grabs onto Gable. Jinder with Gable throws him over the top, out to the floor. For those who might be new to the channel, your first videos might have been earlier this week with AEW and Impact, and you might be wondering, why do I sound a little different? Well, that is because AEW and Impact are done on the PlayStation. This is done on the PC. The PlayStation has a built-in noise gate that causes my voice to sound a little deeper, is the best way to put it. But the Raw and SmackDown are going to be the episodes where you hear what is closer to my actual voices. There's a missile drop kick off the top now from Gable, and Chad Gable, elbow drop to the face of Mahal. Takes him down. Now Gable goes around to the legs, turns him over, grabs the ankle. Gable with an ankle lock in on Mahal. Gable going to tap him out here. Shades of the Olympic hero Kurt Angle with this one. Gable, someone who he idolized growing up, is Kurt Angle. Gable's got the ankle lock in, but Jinder rolls it over and pushes him down. Gable getting back to his feet. Jinder with a chop. Jinder Mahal grabs onto Chad Gable, scoops him up, and Jinder Mahal, no, Gable taking him down. Chad Gable now goes around to the side, and Gable with a stomp goes around the back of Mahal now. Chad Gable grabs onto him, elbows him in the head. Getting him back to his feet now is Gable. Right hand connects, Jinder staggers, Gable pulls him in, and Chad Gable, there's a suplex, turns it over into a second. Turns him over again now, and Chad Gable with a trifecta of suplexes to Jinder Mahal. Goes to the top rope. Chad Gable looking to come off the top. Elbow drop to Jinder. Chad Gable looking to wrap this one up in quick fashion here. He grabs onto him and turns him over. Going for another ankle lock. Jinder into an enziguri from Mahal. And now Jinder Mahal gets him back up to his feet. Jinder pulls him in, takes him down with a drop toe hold. Jinder into camel clutch. Camel clutch from the modern day Maharaja. Locked in on Gable. But Chad Gable pries the arms apart. Gable slides out of it, takes out the legs. And now Chad Gable. Drop kick to Jinder, takes him down again. Gable turns him right back over. Grabs the ankle again. Submission for submission here tonight. Counter for counter. Gable's got the ankle lock in. The move that won him the Cruiserweight Championship back in his NXT days. Jinder's in some trouble now. Gable pushing in on the ankle lock, but Jinder Mahal turns over and pushes him away again. Gable staggers back to his feet. Jinder grabs onto him. Jinder Mahal gets him up on his shoulders now. He's got Gable up. Jinder, stun gun, takes him down. And now Gable getting picked back up by Jinder. Jinder Mahal goes for a right hook. Gable kicks him in the ribs. Gable now grabs onto him. Almost seamless transition here. Rolls him through. Chaos Theory. 1, 2, 3. And Chad Gable scores the victory over Jinder Mahal. Chad Gable building some big momentum here on the road to the Cyber Sunday pay-per-view. As long as he at least ties for first or wins the poll, he will be challenging for the World Heavyweight Championship. So that is a big win for Chad Gable heading into Cyber Sunday. We unfortunately won't be able to see Ilya Dragunov until the event itself because the entire build of the show is being recorded before his DLC releases. But we got plenty more coming up next on SmackDown. We move into some tag team action up next, as here come Los Lotharios to the ring. They just still don't have their tag entrance, so do they? Add that one to the notes for after the episode, why don't I? So Los Lotharios making their way to the ring. Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza set to face a returning tag team to Friday Night SmackDown right now. So they're going to take on the returning grizzled young veterans James Drake and Zach Gibson making their way to the ring. GYV is here. Former Raw Tag Team Champions. So Drake and Gibson on their way to the ring. James Drake's hair perfectly showing why WWE 2K22 is a flawless masterpiece with absolutely no flaws right now. So GYV is back on SmackDown. You know, they were signed to SmackDown in the NXT Fallout, and I don't think we ever really saw them because we immediately had to jump ship to 2K22, and they weren't in the game, shockingly. Genuinely, it's kind of shocking to me that they weren't in the game. But anyways, it is time for this tag team matchup. It's going to be Humberto Carrillo starting off with James Drake. One-on-one. Here we go. They lock up. Kick to the ribs from Drake. Jumping facebuster immediately takes down Carrillo. Cover. One. No. Kick out from Humberto. And now Humberto getting back to his feet. There's a chop. Kicks him in the ribs. Goes for another chop. James Drake with a right hook. For another one. Carrillo hits the ropes. Went for a back elbow off the ropes. And James Drake with an enziguri takes him down. And now Drake getting him back up to his feet. James Drake with Humberto. Throws him off the ropes. And drop kicks him in the back. Carrillo now getting picked back up to his feet by Drake. James Drake, no. Carrillo with a spinning wheel kick. Takes down James Drake now, getting him back to his feet. Carrillo with Drake. Rolls him through. Grabs him by the arm, lifts him up, and takes him down. With a single arm power bomb. Tag made to his cousin Angel Garza. Into the matchup now. Tag made to Liverpool's #1, Zach Gibson. Gibson coming out of the gate, went for a clothesline, gets kicked by Garza. And now Garza staggers him, grabs him, and a neck breaker to Gibson takes him off his feet. Zach Gibson pulling himself back up, tag made, Humberto back in. And now Humberto Carrillo gets knocked back. Zach Gibson, uppercut, staggers him. And Gibson grabs onto Humberto, throws him into the corner, clotheslines him. Humberto goes down. And now Gibson getting Humberto back up to his feet. Gibson with a right hook. And again, Zach Gibson fires away. Grabs onto Carrillo. Gibson throws him off the ropes again. Back body drop takes him down. There's a kick to the back. Gibson grabs Carrillo. Getting him back up to his feet. And Zach Gibson with a chop. Carrillo counters now. Humberto Carrillo with Zach Gibson. Taking him towards the ropes. Grabs onto him. Gibson in trouble. Carrillo comes off the ropes with a springboard kick. Cover. Kick out from Zach Gibson, though. Gibson is down, and Carrillo. Frequent tags made between Los Lotharios. Angel Garza's back in, and Garza now stalking Gibson. Gets him back up. Punches him in the face to stagger him back. And Gibson counters into a fireman's carry. Throws him over his shoulders. Gibson shoves him back. Zach Gibson pulls him in. And Zach Gibson scoops him up and suplexes him. Fisherman suplex connects. Gibson now getting Garza back to his feet. Throws him across the ring. Off the ropes. They collide. Gibson with another leaping clothesline. Taking down Angel Garza. And now Zach Gibson grabs onto Garza. Throws him across the ring. Into the corner. Tag made. James Drake back in. GYV looking for... Oh! Gibson had him by the back of the arms, and Drake came on the top with a punch to the face. Takes out the knees with a drop kick now, does James Drake. He gets him back to his feet. And James Drake with an enziguri. He grabs onto Angel Garza now. Gets him back to his feet. Right hand. There's a chop. Fires away. Spinning back fist. Elbow strike. And a hesitation drop kick for good measure. James Drake is now coming in like a house of fire. He gets back into the ring. Super kick. Takes down Angel Garza. Goes to the top rope. And James Drake now looking to come off the top with a 450 splash. 1, 2, 3. Grizzled young veterans win their return matchup to SmackDown. GYV with a huge victory in their return. The SmackDown Tag Division is finally starting to heat back up, it feels like, after we lost most of our teams to releases. So your winners, James Drake and Zach Gibson. GYV get the win, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, we hear from Cody Rhodes, who will explain why he showed up last week and cost Roderick Strong the Cruiserweight title. We go backstage now to Cody Rhodes. Six years ago, I left WWE. And the first thing I did when my non-compete was up was I put up a list. I put up a list with a bunch of names on it. Names like Kurt Angle. Names like Adam Cole. And I got to wrestle almost all of those names across the world. Except for one. That last name that I've not been able to go after in the 6 years since I made that list was Roderick Strong. And now here we find ourselves back on the same brand, in the same company, and he hides. So I took matters into my own hands. I've beat John Cena, and so I can kind of do what I want around here. So I went after Roddy. It's not my fault he got distracted and lost his Cruiserweight title. So now, at Cyber Sunday, I get to finish my list. And not only that, I get to take something that should have been mine 9 years ago. And I get to take the Money in the Bank contract from him, too. Moving into more singles action, up next is, I can now confirm, and by that I mean you've all already predicted or put in your votes for Cyber Sunday, and if you've already put in votes for Cyber Sunday, put in more. I'm not even joking. It is going to be Toxic Attraction against the Fight Factory in a 6-woman tag team matchup, and the choice is yours on what the 6 women involved will be competing in, whether it's a tables match, a Texas Tornado match, or a standard 6-woman tag. Out first tonight is Gigi Dolin of Toxic Attraction, making her way to the ring. It's almost like I know. It's almost like I know, and that's why she wrestles so often. Dolin making her way to the ring. The first member of Toxic Attraction involved in tonight's matchup. Mandy Rose and JC Jane in her corner. Which is the reason this matchup took me 10 minutes to load. But Gigi Dolin makes her way to the ring. And she will be going on with one-on-one with one of the new members of Fight Factory. She'll be going one-on-one with Blair Davenport. Kaylee Ray and the SmackDown Women's Champion Nikki Cross in her corner. Blair Davenport makes her way to the ring. She's been on a roll since her SmackDown debut just after we moved to 2K22 when she attacked Charlotte Flair and then beat her in a no-holds-barred match a few weeks later on Super SmackDown. Many thought she would be one of the next in line to challenge for the Women's Championship, but now it almost looks like she and Kaylee Ray, because I'm just not doing it, she and Kaylee Ray could be looking to set their sights on those women's tag titles that will be coming around in the next few months. So Gigi Dolin versus Blair Davenport one-on-one. Here we go. They lock up, and Dolin grabs her. Dolin immediately into a gut-wrench suplex, takes down Davenport. Blair gets back up to her feet now, and Blair Davenport grabs onto her, taking her towards the corner. Throws her into the corner, grabs onto her now, and ties the arm up in the ropes, pulling back on the arm. Takes out the arm. Blair Davenport now. Oh, goes for an enziguri. Gigi Dolin with a right hook. And now Dolin throws a punch. Davenport with a chop. And again. And a hip toss from Dolin takes her down. Dolin now kicks her. Knocking her back. Chops her. Gigi Dolin puts her in the corner. Grabs onto Davenport. Knee strike. And again. Blair Davenport in trouble. Gigi Dolin takes her down. And oh, went for another kick. Davenport got her foot up and kicked her instead. There's a chop from Davenport. And Blair Davenport now throws Dolin into the referee. Right hand now connects, knocking Dolin into the ropes, and Davenport kicks her in the head. Dolin goes down. Davenport's got a lot more years on her career than Dolin does. Gigi Dolin's still fairly young in the business. She goes down. Davenport goes into a headlock. Dolin turns around, punches Davenport in the face. And now Dolin stalking her, throws a slat. You gotta think whichever side gets the win here tonight, that's gonna build a lot of momentum for them heading into their big matchup. Oh, an overhead fireman's carry takes her down. And now Davenport grabs onto her, scoops her up, and a fall-away slam. Looked like she was going to bridge the cover for a moment. And now Davenport stomps the arm as well, takes her down. Davenport going up to the top rope. Blair Davenport up to the top. Went for a double axe handle. Dolin with a chop block. Takes out the leg, went for an elbow strike. Davenport out of the way. Went for another one. Davenport kicked her though, and now Davenport gets her back to her feet. Right hook. Went for another one. Countered. Dolin. Scissors. Rolls her through. And now rolls her through again into another cover. One. No. Davenport gets the shoulders up. Oh, what a boot from Blair Davenport. Into a cover now on Dolin. 1, 2, no, a kick out. Blair Davenport unable to put her down that easily. Getting her back up to her feet now. Davenport grabs onto her, pulls her in, scoops her up, and another fall-away slam. Down goes Dolin. Dolin writhing in pain now, and Davenport going up to the top rope. Blair Davenport perched up high. Goes for a diving stomp. Dolin wipes out the legs again. And now Dolin is stalking Davenport. Pulls her in and slams her into the mat. Gigi Dolin now telling her to get back up to her feet. Dolin telling her to get back up. Pulls her in and sunset flip. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Davenport gets the shoulders up. Dolin coming off the ropes into an elbow drop. Takes her down. Gigi Dolin now getting her back up to her feet, and Dolin went for a kick. Davenport ducked. Blair Davenport grabs onto her now. Suplex takes her down. And now Blair Davenport stalking her, kicks her in the back. Dolin is down. Another kick from Davenport, turning her over. And Blair Davenport grabs the arm, tying her up into a submission hold here. Pulls back onto the leg. Single leg crab while also torquing the arm at the same time. Dolin's got to fight out of this one. Twists it around, kicking Davenport in the face. Knocks her back now, does Dolin. And now Gigi Dolin with a spinning wheel kick, knocking her back, kicking at the shins now. There's a chop, and gets caught. Davenport catches her. Blair Davenport turns her around, back in the fireman's carry, taking her down. Davenport standing over Dolin as Dolin getting picked back up to her feet. Blair Davenport grabs onto her, throws her across the ring, into the corner, grabs onto her, goes for another strike. Dolin chop blocks her again, constantly targeting the legs. Takes her down with an elbow drop as well. And now Dolin turns her over. Oh, ties up the legs. This is a good strategy here from Dolin. Working over the injured body part of Davenport, trying to tap her out here. Could make the veteran tap. Davenport in some trouble here. Dolin could tap her out. It could be all over. Dolin, though, unable to put her down. Davenport now gets knocked off. Davenport turns her around now, and Blair Davenport grabs onto her, kicks at the knee. Headlock driver sends her into the mat. Into a cover now. 1, 2. Kick out from Gigi Dolin. Dolin getting back up to her feet now. Swings a kick. Gets knocked back with a chop. Davenport throws her across the ring into the corner. And now Davenport putting her boot in the face of Dolin. Takes her down into the corner. There's another stomp. Goes for another. Dolin got out of the way. And now Gigi Dolin. Right hook. Turns her around. Swings her around. And STO takes her down into a cover. 1, 2. Kick out from Davenport. Dolin tried to put her down, but Davenport kicked out. And now Gigi Dolin going up to the top rope. Blair Davenport is down. Gigi Dolin. 450 splash. 1, 2. Kick out again from Davenport. Dolin now getting her back up to her feet. Gigi Dolin picks her back up, swings a kick. Davenport turns her around. Blair Davenport, what's she thinking now? She grabs onto her, pulls her in for rolling cutter. Cover, but a rope break is going to save Dolin on that one. Poor execution there from Davenport. Had her foot under the ropes. Big boot takes her down. Now she goes up to the top rope. You can already see the Fight Factory influence. Hits the coup de grace. Shades of Finn Balor. 1, 2, 3. Davenport gets the win. An incredibly close matchup, to the surprise of, I'm sure, many of you. Blair Davenport and Gigi Dolin went back and forth for quite a few minutes there, but ultimately in the end, Davenport triumphs with the victory over Dolin. Fight Factory standing tall tonight. We got more coming up, but we're going to go backstage now, where, speaking of Fight Factory, we caught up with the leader of Fight Factory after apparently a brief backstage encounter. So we take you backstage right now to that. You know, at this point, I'm starting to wonder if Fight Factory or the NWO is going to have more members by the time it's all said and done. Anyways, you've got a lot of nerve walking up to me and insulting my students, Owens. Yeah, whatever. Look, I see you've been a little busy recruiting people, branching out into new divisions. I can respect that, but, you know, you and I have something a little bit in common coming up at Cyber Sunday. We're both challenging Austin Theory, and I don't think either of us like him that much. You're not seriously suggesting we team up, are you? Oh, God, no. Absolutely not. I was just going to say that I could use a bit of a warm-up for that, and, you know, I've gotten a little tired of stunning you and stunning him every week. I haven't seen any of your other stooges around. You know, pretty much since you and I got a little more high-res looking. I mean, there was that time that Mark Coffey threw me off the backstage off the backstage scaffolding, but I haven't seen him since either, so I'm just here to make a challenge, and that is, why don't you bring one of your students, you called them, and have them face me next week? Good experience for them. Good experience in, well, losing. Unless you're just a bad teacher. We're moving to some singles action up next as, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Last week, in the opening contest, we saw a new Cruiserweight Champion crowned in the form of Pete Dunne. And so, Diamond Mine is looking to take that championship back, as Drew Gulak, the coach of Diamond Mine, making his way to the ring. Roderick Strong focusing on the Cody Rhodes situation, so he has forfeited his rematch over to Drew Gulak for this week. So Gulak looking to bring the Cruiserweight title back to Diamond Mine. He's got a tall task ahead of him, though. That's for sure. So Drew Gulak making his way to the ring. This could be Drew Gulak's first championship if he were to win tonight. But he has to take on the new Cruiserweight champion, the Bruiserweight. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Pete Dunne finally holds gold again in the LS11 Universe. The Bruiserweight making his way to the ring. Former two-time NXT champion, now the Cruiserweight champion. Once 2K fixes the crap, we'll have the updated belt. So Pete Dunne making his way to the ring. So this is his first championship defense as Cruiserweight champion. We'll see how it goes for him. He's been a vicious competitor since coming to SmackDown. Took Seth Rollins to the limit at Clash of Champions. Has been on a roll. He's only suffered a couple of losses. And so now tonight, he defends that Cruiserweight Championship against Drew Gulak. We'll see how it goes. So, introducing the challenger, weighing in at 187 pounds. He's the coach for Diamond Mine, Drew Gulak. And his opponent from Birmingham, England, weighing in at 205 pounds. He is the Cruiserweight champion, the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne with that all-important first championship defense. Without further ado, here we go. They lock up. Gulak with a kick to the ribs. Drew Gulak, double underhook. Pete Dunne rolls through. Dunne gets caught with a right hook. Gulak trying to use that technical prowess to his advantage. Dunne with a forearm strike. Pete Dunne kicks at the knees. And spinning wheel kick to the head. Pete Dunne now getting him back to his feet. And Pete Dunne with a chop knocks him back. Gulak now puts him into the ropes. Right hook connects. Gulak grabs onto Dunne now. And Drew Gulak with Pete Dunne. Puts him on the bottom rope, and a stomp takes him down. Getting him back up to his feet. Drew Gulak picks him back up. Gulak went for a right hook. Dunne countered. Dunne with a chop and a punch. Drew Gulak in trouble. Pete Dunne with another chop. Pete Dunne grabs Gulak, throws him now across the ring, off the ropes, ducks him, and big bicycle kick takes him down. And now Pete Dunne picking him back up to his feet. Pete Dunne with a chop and another. There's a punch to the face. Drew Gulak staggers back. Gulak with a right hook. Drew Gulak grabs onto Pete Dunne. Gulak puts him in the ropes now, and Drew Gulak grabs Dunne, pushes him into the ropes, punches him in the back. And again, knocking him down. There's a kick to the back as well. Pete Dunne goes down. Gulak getting him back up to his feet. Goes for a right hook. Dunne back to his feet. Kicks him in the ribs. Dunne gets kicked. Drew Gulak, double underhook. Lifts him up. Suplexes him down. And now Drew Gulak with a stomp to the head of Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne is down. Drew Gulak standing over him. Gulak kicks him, taking him down. Drew Gulak tying Pete Dunne up. Pulls back on the arms. Drew Gulak pulls the arms. There's another kick. Pete Dunne rolls back to his feet. Right hook connects. Enziguri taking him down. Gulak now getting picked back up again by Dunne. Pete Dunne with a chop and a punch to the face. Gulak ties him back up. Technical move here. Pete Dunne gets out of the gut wrench. Pete Dunne grabs Gulak and, with a high-low, takes him down. The coach goes down. Pete Dunne getting him back to his feet, kicks him in the ribs. Gulak shoves him away. There's a chop. Drew Gulak pulls him in, scoops him up, suplexes him. Pete Dunne goes down, and now Gulak grabs onto him. Drew Gulak tying him back up now, ties Pete Dunne back up, grabs the arms, and Gulak pulling back on the arms of Dunne, takes him down. Pete Dunne goes down to the mat. Gulak grabs him, dragging him away from the ropes towards the center of the ring. Drew Gulak cover on Dunne. One, kick out. Goes for a right hook. Pete Dunne out of the way. Pete Dunne runs into an elbow strike from Gulak. And now the coach back to his feet. Gets clotheslined into the corner for his troubles. Dunne with a boot to the face. Pete Dunne now grabs Gulak. And Pete Dunne pulls him in. Kimura Lock is in. Kimura Lock from the Cruiserweight Champion. Looking to tap Gulak out here. Diamond Mine is all about showing your strength, and Pete Dunne could make the coach tap out. Gulak rolls through, gets back to his feet. Right hand from Dunne now knocks back Gulak. There's another kick to the ribs. Pete Dunne with a chop. Gulak gets knocked back. Gulak now grabs onto Dunne. Drew Gulak with Pete Dunne. Puts him in the ropes. Gulak with a right hook. Puts him in the ropes now. And Gulak shoves him to the mat. Gets up and kicks him in the chest. He goes down. There's another kick. Pete Dunne in trouble. Drew Gulak stomps the head. Gulak now. Pete Dunne getting back up to his feet. Pete Dunne with a jawbreaker. Big clothesline takes him down. For an elbow strike. Gulak out of the way. Gulak grabs onto Dunne. Drew Gulak throws him in the corner. And now Gulak with a chop to Dunne. And again. Has the Cruiserweight Champion in trouble. Takes him down. Gulak goes to the middle rope. And drops a Vader bomb on the champion. Gulak wants to make SmackDown a no-fly zone. Believes that the best wrestling is done when you're down on the mat and not flying around. He takes down Pete Dunne now, and Drew Gulak could be about to be the biggest hypocrite in the world. Goes to the top rope, telling Pete Dunne to get up. Gulak tries to fly, gets power slammed out of the air. Dunne. Oh boy, he's going to look to break his fingers. Boots him in the face. Bends back the arm. He's got the other hand now, and now he's going to break the fingers. Dunne. Knees into the back. Pete Dunne doing it. Going after the hand again. Punches Drew Gulak in the face. Gulak goes down. Pete Dunne getting him back into his feet. There's a chop. And another. Pete Dunne with another chop. Fires away. Knocking Gulak back. Kicks him in the ribs. Pete Dunne makes him stagger. Enziguri connecting to Gulak. Pete Dunne just kind of trying to make him suffer right now. Kicks him in the ribs. Chops him back. Drew Gulak grabs onto him. And Gulak with Dunne into the corner. Gulak grabs onto him. Grabs the leg. Ties the leg of Dunne up. Kicks the rope into the legs. Pete Dunne staggers now. Gulak grabs onto him, and Drew Gulak throws him into the corner. Goes for a chop. Dunne with a kick to the ribs. Clothesline. And now Pete Dunne stalking Gulak now. Goes for a punch. Gulak. They collide. Pete Dunne grabs his arm. Gulak turns around. Drew Gulak pushed down to one knee. punches the waist of Pete Dunne and knocks him back. Drew Gulak shoves him away, grabs him into Gulak. The Gulak is in. Drew Gulak could make Dunne tap out, could win the Cruiserweight title here. Looking to bring it back to Diamond Mine. Pete Dunne rolls through the Gulak, gets back to his feet and kicks Gulak in the back. Pete Dunne back into Kimura. Gonna look to make Gulak tap out now. Drew Gulak could tap out here. Pete Dunne could have him right where he wants him. And Drew Gulak grabs the legs, rolls back through. Back to his feet now. Right hand from Pete Dunne. Gulak grabs onto him. Drew Gulak grabs him into a back suplex. Takes him down. Pete Dunne is down. Drew Gulak grabs the arms. He grabs the leg as well. He drags Pete Dunne away from the ropes. Gulak into a cover on Dunne. Drew Gulak, 1, 2, no! Nearly wins the Cruiserweight title there, does Gulak. Pete Dunne getting picked back up to his feet now, and Gulak back into Gulak! Back in! Has it back in on Dunne. The Bruiserweight could be out of it. The Bruiserweight could be out. We could be on the verge of a new Cruiserweight champion. Dunne immediately rolls it back through into a bridge, kicks Gulak in the back. Gulak staggering. Pete Dunne, right hook, grabs him for bitter end. 1, 2, 3. Pete Dunne retains the Cruiserweight Championship over Drew Gulak. Drew Gulak came close a couple times, came scary close a couple times. And in the end, Pete Dunne managed to fight free of the second Gulak, hit the bitter end, and that was all she wrote. Your winner, and still the Cruiserweight Champion, Pete Dunne. A big win for Pete Dunne tonight. We got more coming up. The main event coming up next on SmackDown. We got plenty more before it ends, though. So let's move on with the rest of Friday Night SmackDown. At Survivor Series, I officially ended the Rated R Superstar, and I took the place as SmackDown's Ultimate Opportunist. For too long I was ignored, but now I watch over SmackDown, and I'll be the one that decides when Judgment Day arrives for those who deserve it. It is now time for the main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. As the one and only faces the American Nightmare. Ricochet making his way to the ring. So Ricochet making his way to the ring. Former Intercontinental Champion, former Cruiserweight Champion. He's currently enthralled in this this Sami Zayn, El Generico conspiracy thing. Here comes the American Nightmare. This is the first time we're seeing him wrestle as part of SmackDown. Cody Rhodes making his way to the ring. American Nightmare makes his way to the ring. Fresh off his win over John Cena, now set to fight Roderick Strong over the Money in the Bank briefcase. He now main events tonight's episode of SmackDown. Cody Rhodes versus Ricochet. This is going to be a big matchup. What are you talking about? I totally don't pander to WCPW nostalgia. Nope, not me. Cody Rhodes makes his way to the ring. So without further ado, Rhodes versus Ricochet. Here we go. They lock up. Cody grabs him, immediately goes into a suplex. Takes down Ricochet. Cody now pacing. Ricochet gets back up to his feet. Ricochet grabs him. And now Ricochet with Rhodes. Taking him towards the corner. Ricochet throws him into the corner. Ricochet grabs onto Cody. And Ricochet throws Cody into the corner. Shotgun drop kick takes him down. Cody goes down. Ricochet springboard moonsaults him right across the back. And ending into the back now. Ricochet goes over the top rope. Goes up top. Ricochet now telling Cody to get back up to his feet. Ricochet looking for a dragon whip. Cody catches him. Power bombs him. Cody taking him down now, and Cody throws a chop. Ricochet springboards. Pele kick takes him down. Cody with a kick to the head now. And now Cody Rhodes with a punch to the face. Takes Ricochet down, grabs the leg. Cody into a single leg grab. Trying to take out the legs of Ricochet. That'd be a good move there. Keep him from flying around as much, but Cody goes nose first into the mat. Ricochet, standing shooting star press onto the grounded Rhodes. Cody getting back to his feet now. Cody sweeps the leg of Ricochet. Cody Rhodes now grabs onto him, picking Ricochet back up to his feet. Cody with a chop. Knocks him back with another. Cody grabs onto him, throws him off the ropes. Cody grabs him into an arm drag. Takes down Ricochet. Cody now comes off the ropes into an elbow drop. Hits the ropes again and does it again for good measure. Cody now getting him back to his feet. Cody Rhodes kicks him in the ribs. Ricochet staggers back and Ricochet grabs the ropes. Went for a springboard moonsault. Rhodes out of the way. And now Rhodes turns him around. Cody tried to grab him from behind. Ricochet went for a wheel kick. Cody rolls him through. 1, 2, no! This matchup's gone a million miles a minute since it started. Ricochet now gets Cody up on his shoulders, grabs him, fireman's carry, spins him out, slams him into the mat. And now Ricochet looking to get the big win over Cody. Going to be the first person to beat Cody since his return. Cody with his knees up. Cody Rhodes with a right hand takes him down, and now Cody with an elbow drop. Cody getting him back up to his feet now. Cody Rhodes with an elbow to the back of Ricochet. Cody getting him back up to his feet now. And Cody Rhodes kicks him in the ribs. And again, Cody Rhodes now knocking him back. Rhodes, uppercut to Ricochet. For another one, Ricochet countered. Ricochet grabs onto Rhodes. Cody Rhodes in trouble. Cody counters now. And Cody kicks him in the ribs. Drops down, uppercuts him. Cody Rhodes puts him in the ropes. Cody with Ricochet. Wait a minute. Cody with Cody Cutter. Hits him with Cody Cutter. Goes to the top rope and Cody. Elbow drop. Takes him down. Rhodes now gets him back to his feet. Cody Rhodes springboards into another Cody Cutter. Ricochet is reeling right now as Rhodes gets him back up. Cody Rhodes grabs him by the arm into a Fujiwara armbar. Cody showing why he's a real salt of the earth with that one. Ricochet trying to fight out of the armbar. Cody's got it locked in tight. Ricochet rolls back through, grabs the head, spins around, takes him down with a head scissor takedown. Ricochet back to his feet now. There's a chop. Went for another one. Cody countered. Cody with a right hook. Knocks Ricochet off his feet. Turns him over. Cody Rhodes now grabs onto him. Ricochet slides through. Kicks at the knee. Grabs onto him. And now Cody hit with a neck breaker. Ricochet went for a springboard. Went for a springboard moonsault. Cody back to his feet. And now Cody drop kicks him. Cody Rhodes now getting Ricochet back to his feet. Rhodes kicks him in the ribs. Drops down. Another uppercut. Knocks Ricochet back. Right hand connects now. Ricochet gets his arms up. Trying to block as Cody tries to kick him. Ricochet. Springboard moonsault. Takes Rhodes back down. And now Ricochet goes into the ropes. Cody staggers. Ricochet gets him back up now, and Ricochet grabs Cody back up on his shoulders and is looking to spin him out again. And now Ricochet into a cover on Rhodes. The American Nightmare in trouble. Kick out from Rhodes. Cody Rhodes kicks out. Ricochet goes to the top. Ricochet, wait a minute, Sami Zayn throws him off the top. And the referee saw nothing of it. Ricochet now just confused, looking at Sami. As Cody Rhodes gets back to his feet, grabs him for Crossroads. Oh, he decides he's not done. Looks at Sami and thanks him for the assist. Getting Ricochet back to his feet. Cody now going to do exactly what he did to John Cena. Tiger Driver. Cover. Sami Zayn's work here is done. 2, 3. Sami Zayn assists Cody Rhodes to the victory over the one and only Ricochet. Sami Zayn is tired of Ricochet's conspiracy against him that he is El Generico. Cody Rhodes gets the win in the main event. Thank you all for watching tonight's episode of Friday Night SmackDown. Until next time, I'll see you at No Surrender tomorrow. But until then, I've been Xander, and that was Universe.